Good evening and welcome to this evening edition and also the maiden edition of News Gist Africa. This is a weekly news program on the African Town Hall Online Television dedicated to what is good that is happening in Africa. We welcome you to the program and are excited to have you join us. In our news headlines this evening, we want to report that the president of Botswana, President Megogwesi Masisi, has been elected to the board of Generation Unlimited as a global leader. This is an opportunity for those who are leaders by example to showcase what they have for the rising generations of Africa. And we also have news for you about the maiden flights, commercial flights on the Anambra State International Cargo and Passenger Airport that had just been commissioned. We also have news concerning the great speech that the president of Ghana, President Nana Akufo-Addo, made at the Sierra Leonean independence 60th independence anniversary recently, which where he attended and invited African leaders to focus on doing business with Africa instead of doing with outsiders. And now the news in detail. President Mogwetsi Masisi of Botswana has been invited to the board of Generation Unlimited as a global leader. His Excellency will play a crucial role in forging new multi-sector partnerships across geographies and support the political and financial commitments to enable all of the world's 1.8 billion youth to access learning, skill, and livelihood opportunities. President Masisi will join the ranks of other prominent global leaders who are in Generation Unlimited or Generation U, which includes Antonio Guerrero, who is the Secretary General of the United Nations, His Excellency Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency Mr. Paul Kagame, President of the Republic of Rwanda, and Her Excellency Paula May Wikes, President of Trinidad and Tobago. Their responsibilities will be to mobilize resources, secure commitments, and advocate for Generation Unlimited's goal to support all of the world's 1.8 billion young people to be able to get education, get training, or employment by the year 2030. In his speech at the occasion, acceptance speech, His Excellency President Masisi said, "I graciously accept the honor to serve as had been invited. I'm excited and we give it every best and enjoy working with young people. Our commitment is based on determination to build a knowledge-based economy. We are working hard through smart boats to roll out digitization and empower our young people." In the news that is carried on the Botswana Monitor, he said clearly that President Masisi is committed areas of Africa to become the best that they can be. Our next news has it that the three International Cargo Airport undergoes test run. This report is filed by Chukwujeku Dozie on April 30, that's yesterday, which is the date of the event, by Daily Independent newspaper, Nigeria. Anambra State on Friday, when 3 aircrafts landed at the newly constructed Anambra International Cargo Airport, Umueri, in Anambra State. The report has it that the first aircraft to arrive was an AP's aircraft marked 5N BUJ, a Boeing 737 aircraft with the AP's chairman, Chief ONYEMA himself, that landed at the airport at 2:25 p.m. amidst cheers from the crowd who gathered at the airport to see the event. A second airline aircraft followed shortly, and it's also an AP's aircraft. And then that was followed by a third aircraft, which is a private jet. In his speech at the occasion, the governor described the airport as the most audacious legacy of his administration and the fastest to be built without borrowing a kobo. Anambra State has a great history of desiring to build an airport. The first time an airport was proposed for Anambra State was 30 years ago. And for that purpose, land was acquired in Oba, in the Demini South local government area, and cleared. Yours truly was a civil servant for the federal government in those days and had occasion to be on the spot to provide security for the officials of government that were at that site. The place was cleared, but that airport never took off. But thanks to the administration of Obiano, Willie Obiano, the governor of Anambra State, who is finishing his tenure very soon, and this airport, this dream for Anambra people. And they need airport more than anyone else in Nigeria because these are people that travel the most of all the people of Nigeria. Finally, they have an aircraft. Let me take you to a news that is covered by Channels Television, which will help us get a hang on the live events following that the landing of those aircrafts and that momentous occasion, which everyone was happy to be part of.
The reason for the jubilation is over a project which began over 30 years ago and has just been completed, a functional airport in Anambra East local government area. Then the flights land, which ignites excitement from the crowd. The chairman and CEO of Air Peace, Mr. ONYEMA, a private airline operator, says the project shows that action has proven to be better than words.
This airport is not going to serve only Anambra people. It's going to serve not only the entire Southeast, but the entire country and the world at large.
That's all. Filled with fulfillment, Governor Willie Obiano first decorates the owner of the first flight to touch down at the airport, Mr. ONYEMA, the pilots and other crew members as a mark of honor. For the governor, this is a legacy project that will energize the economy of the state and the country.
This airport is a fulfillment of our vision and mission statement. It is difficult to create a new economic corridor without a functional international airport that will serve as a direct bridge between us and the world. With this facility, we have made the journey easier for any investor who wants to prospect Anambra State for business.
The Anambra State International Cargo and Passenger Airport is one adjudged by the Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority, NCAA, as one of the biggest airports in Africa, with the second longest runway of 3.7 kilometers.
This is interesting, especially one of the uh, best moments of this news event.
What other solutions are we looking at? There are those who are
The
saying
first solution is for the president himself
is the fact that
to sit up.
the pilot
Don't just
that flew the aircraft that landed was a lady. It's a lady pilot who hails from Anambra itself. And I do not know what a better way one can use to describe situations than this very one, where someone from Anambra State, a woman for that matter, was the first pilot to land a flight in the Anambra State. Her name is Wando Opaleke. She hails from Asia in Ihiala local government area of Anambra State. Let me get a picture of Wando so that all of us will be able to see the lady that did this feat, this historical feat. It is not just an airport and then aircraft landing. It is the landing of an aircraft in Anambra State. The first time that Anambra people have been able to build their own airport. It is very interesting to have this. It is seriously very, very interesting to have this happen, because that way all of us are able to be part of history. This is the face of Wando Opaleke, who flew the first flight that landed at the Anambra State International Airport in Umweri, Anambra State. So this special event. Okay, in another development, the president of Ghana, President Nana Addo, has invited African leaders and African countries to do more business in Africa than they do with outsiders, people who are outside Africa. He noted that this is the only way that the continent can hope to move forward in his plan to achieve the best results for life. President Nana Akufo-Addo was speaking at the 60th independence anniversary of Sierra Leone. And let's listen to President Nana Akufo-Addo now as he speaks his mind in this momentous occasion of the independence anniversary of Sierra Leone. This happened only a few days ago, I think 28th of April, when he was the special guest of honor, also giving his position as the chairman of the leaders of the ECOWAS conference. President Akufo-Addo, please.
Chairman of the Authority of Heads of State and Governments of ECOWAS, I urge all of us in the community to work towards the day when all of us will look to doing business, first in West Africa and Africa, before looking to Europe, Asia, and the Americas. Fellow West Africans, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to be in this historic city of Freetown this afternoon, and happy to be the guest of the brotherly people of Sierra Leone and of its president, my good friend, His Excellency Julius Maada Bio, at your 60th Independence Day celebration. On behalf of the governments and peoples of all the countries represented here, and on behalf of the ECOWAS community, I congratulate warmly the government and people of Sierra Leone on this momentous achievement. Indeed, if there's any country in West Africa that has shown resilience and the will to persevere in the face of numerous challenges and obstacles, there's no better example than Sierra Leone, and this is worthy of commendation.
Continuing this, he made a passionate appeal for the people of West Africa, um, the whole of Africa, that if you are going to do any business at all, do it first with West Africans, if you're in West Africa, and then Africa, before thinking about doing any business with Europeans. It is okay, or Americans, it's okay to do business with those people, but let's consider the fact that charity, they say, begins at home. And this call by no less a person as the president of Ghana is very important and critical to the development of the continent. In my opinion, these are good and very critical things that should be happening in the continent now, where we are looking inwards to take care of ourselves. And of course, you know that of recent, the president of Ghana has told the Europeans who buy cocoa from Ghana and make chocolate and send back to us to buy that Ghana does not want to continue to sell raw materials and buy finished products from Europe. But instead, they are finding ways and means to make these things by themselves. This is the new Africa that we are hoping and working to achieve. One where we are talking about Africa first before any other thing. We express gratitude for leaders like President Nana Akufo-Addo of Ghana for this contribution. In another development, we have a story also coming out of Botswana that indicates that a new finance minister has been appointed for that country. The new finance minister is a lady in the person of Peggy Serame. And the storyline on her says, the rise and rise of Peggy Serame. And Peggy Serame had been noted as a lady with a special substance and a special power in working. Before now, she was the minister in charge of trade and investments. And he was able to turn around that ministry where he started making both profits and developing a lot of opportunities and creating jobs. It is said to have created 12,000 jobs during her time there and have raised up to the GDP of that country to very high standards. Everybody is looking out that Peggy Serame is going to repeat her magic wand, her system of effective work in the Ministry of Finance to be able to reduce deficit in government spending and manage the economy in such a way that waste will be cut off completely and corruption will be made a thing of the past. The people of Botswana feel so happy with this appointment of Peggy Serame, and they have used that to conclude that their president, Mokwesi Masisi, is a man who is looking out for the best of that country with the appointment of such women of integrity as Peggy Serame in that place. This is our news this evening, and we thank you for making time to join us. Please, as you come to this, we want you to leave your comments. Leave your comments and join us, ask questions. If this is your first time of coming, we want you to participate in all the different ways that you can to like, love, and share this program. And we've had a few comments from people who are watching, and we'll follow this as the analysis. We have Ezewa Omaka Okoro, who says, this is how a president speaks. I think that is in relation to the powerful speech by the president of Ghana, a speech that is clear to be understood, a speech that sounded lively, and I think that is the point here. And we have this comment also from Solomon Christopher Paul Koroma. I think that is someone from Sierra Leone, and he said, nice one. I think he should feel so much at heart because the news had to do with his country, Sierra Leone, which is great. So thank you for joining us this evening. We appreciate every bit of your presence, and look forward to your being with us soon when we come up your way again next week with more News Gist Africa on this series where we are bringing positive and development focused news. We know the negative news are there, but we are not going to focus on them. We'll focus on what is good that is happening in Africa. If you have any of those kind of stories happening near you in Africa, of something good happening in Africa, please send them forward. Connect with us so we can contact you and analyze this further and bring it further forward to expand it so that Africa can know that there are things that are good happening here, because Africa is currently challenged by the onslaught of negative media. Plus, of course, the many bad things many rulers of Africa are doing, them coupled with negative news from outside Africa. These are harming the psyche of our people. Welcome with us and join us next week at the same time. Thank you.